Hey guys, and welcome to the first of my Resha Sentai ToQger episode commentary and reviews. This time it's episode 1, Starting Station. Let's ride the limited express train. And remember, if you do enjoy what you see, please remember to like and subscribe, and maybe even leave a comment down below. It just means a lot on a small channel like this. Now let's get into the episode. The episode opens with examples of the world of imagination. But something dark comes as a black train takes all the children, with a monstrous conductor telling the kids they are on the spiriting away line and heading for Forsaken Children Mountains. Though one person isn't crying, but snoring. An adult with a handwritten commuter pass is sleeping, and as the monster tries to wake him, Wright bites it, thinking he's eating. But as the shadow train continues, it's surrounded by the rainbow line as we go to credits. The two trains race side by side as their tracks rise into the sky before the shadow train stops, and as Wright tries for a better look, he knocks the monster out and onto the ground as the rainbow line arrives and the four ToQger depart. Bag Shadow summons an army of grunts to fight the Rangers, who take them on, and ToQ3 tells them off for using sneak attacks as a nervous ToQ5 is surrounded before knocking them back with immense strength, as Blue shoots some before rolling around and running away when they fire back. Wright is watching all this and decides to get involved, knocking back grunts before taking on Bag Shadow, but he's sent flying. Having flashbacks to falling from a tree, Wright wakes up on the rainbow liner with the ToQgers as he meets the conductor and his right-hand man, Ticket, who they deny is a puppet as they leave singing together. Wright recognises the ToQgers from when they were kids with a secret base, as they begin to remember and explain they were recruited as ToQgers, as the conductor explains about the shadow. Cutting to the Shadow Realm, we see the many denizens planning the arrival of the Emperor. Back on the train, Ticket confirms Wright is a ToQger before saying they were chosen for their imagination, as the lights go out signalling they have caught up with the shadow train, and Wright leaps out of the door onto the train and confronting Bag Shadow before he stops and questions how he becomes a ToQger. As back on the rainbow liner, the conductor opens a case revealing Wright's changer. As Wright takes a beating on the shadow train, the others leap across the gap, joining Wright, and as he visualises himself beating Bag Shadow, is actually able to make it happen, punching the monster away and out of the train. As the Rangers get the kids away, Bag Shadow summons more grunts as Haru hands Wright his changer, and the five transform together for the first time. The five Rangers charge in, fighting the crows with Haru using his gun, Mio her hammer, Hikari his axe, Kagura her claw, and Wright his sword, before Wright goes up to Haru, and swapping trains, they swap colours and powers, causing Hikari to swap with Kagura, as she struggles with his axe, getting surrounded by crows, but as she imagines herself getting stronger, lifts it with ease, knocking them away. As Wright swaps with Hikari and then Mio, as Haru takes a moment to look around, unsure of who is who. As even Bag Shadow is getting frustrated, Wright takes on the monster with the green axe, as he is rejoined by the others, and the conductor tells them not to swap without good reason, turning them back to their original colours as they combine their weapons to create Coupling Bazooka and finish off Bag Shadow with a train attack that turns into a load of crying statues before he's destroyed. But the shadow energy release becomes a giant Bag Shadow as the Rangers return to the rainbow line through a ticket gate, swiping their passes and boarding their trains, combining to form Resha Sentai ToQger. As the two giants clash, ToQger is able to overpower the monster with punches and kicks, before finishing it off with Crossing Swords Express Slash. as the Rangers find out they were chosen because, as Ticket says, they are all as good as dead as the episode ends. Okay, I mean, that's a hell of a way to start a series, and I gotta say, first off, oh my god, the opening theme is so good. I absolutely love this theme. And also, for this first episode, it's just so seamless, the switch from the actual episode into the opening credits, because you've got the rainbow liner chasing down the shadow line, and then the music starts playing, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh wait, this is the opening credits. Absolutely love it. Red Ranger, right? He's insane. I mean, first off, jumping between moving trains without even having his morpher or ToQger changer or whatever it's called. I mean, I know morpher is a Power Ranger term, but let's face it, it fits. Power Rangers gave us so many terms that just fits throughout multiple seasons. I mean, every time in Power Rangers, everything is a morpher, be it a wrist brace, a morpher, a whatever. All those, yeah, they're henshin devices. But in my head, they're all just like Duo Jamorpher, Kira Major Morpher, Boom Boom Jamorpher, Ranger Morpher. Q Ranger? No, that's not Q Ranger. As well as obviously Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Morpher. It's morphin' time! But yeah, he jumps from train to train, and then he starts taking on Bag Shadow solo and completely unprepared. I do like the little look to camera. He's like, how do I change? And also the imagination aspect of it. It's so cool how it shows him sort of imagining like the fight, and then he actually does it, and because he's visualized it, that punch going through and actually making it happen, which is then so powerful, even though he's not even like transformed yet, sends Bag Shadow flying off the train. As for the Ranger weapons, I mean, you've obviously got the sword, which is standard, a hammer, an axe. Hammer, we don't see quite so much. Axes, we see quite often. A blaster, you know, standard. But the claw weapon for ToQger 5, I would say the Pink Ranger, but because they all change rounds, which is a brilliant gimmick, I might add. The fact that they just swap trains, and I'm going to be getting, at some point, the ToQger changer. ToQger changer. All the trains on the Resha, on the Gatai, I can take any one of these, so I can break this off. This, I can use in the changer, which is absolutely brilliant. I absolutely love that. And yeah, hopefully I'm going to remember to actually do a video on that when it gets here. I just love that gimmick. And that claw weapon, you know, as well as being good for, like, you know, fight, you know, you can fight and it's got the two spiky bits, but it grows to a giant size. Everything that goes in it comes out tiny. And then she's there just like ding, 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 ding. Love it. Absolutely love it. And, you know, the next part of my notes, I'm going on again about the swapping of colours and powers. Like I say, the best part of this is if you get the deluxe Gatai, any one of these bits you can use in the changer, which I think I mentioned on my review of this toy, which is my most viewed video ever. Almost 11,000 views, which is absolutely amazing. Sadly, it's died now. It's like got to about 10,715, just flatlined. But yeah, that's amazing. So thanks to everyone who watched that. But yeah, the fact that you can use any one of those in the changer, absolutely brilliant. And the fact they use that, and then the conductor's just like, yeah, don't do it without a good reason. Press a button, they all just change back to normal. Love it. Absolutely love it. And of course, never got made into Power Rangers. It was the first series since Jetman not to be used as Power Rangers source material. Obviously, Jetman wasn't used because it was before Ranger. So this is basically the first Sentai series from the creation of Power Rangers that didn't get made. However, what this does have, that if and when I continue this series, again, I'm doing this at the moment at the end of Gojuja. So if this is the series you want me to carry on with, let me know in the comments. Let me know with the likes. We have the train corner. And every episode, they focus on a different train. So, episode 1 Train Corner focuses on the JR West Japan SL Yamaguchi line. I will probably put a clip of the train up there. But yep, that is the extra bit for this one. There's no comparison to series, unfortunately, because they never took it. Massive mistake with the changes that they could have done. The whole gimmick would have been absolutely brilliant. Big mistake. But hey, they went straight on to, I think, Kyoryuju or something? Who knows? Anyway, I'll see you next time. And I think next week is probably a Jetman review. Unless this is years in the future and I've done more ToQger, in which case, enjoy the next ToQger. See you next time.